Hi everybody, it has been a long time since I've done a video, and I did do my review on the Galen leather folio not that long ago, but as far as doing an actual, planner, journaling, that kind of thing video, it's been a long time. So I wanted to do another video. I have been inspired lately by binge watching MyLifeMitts and by Talks from the Heart. And so I wanted to show you, it's actually my 1-year anniversary of daily journaling, and I wanted to show you what that means in terms of journaling for me. So this is a B6 Stalogy, and these are some really cute little notebooks with like 100 pages or whatever that I got from Dollar General. And this is a moleskin cahier, and then this is an Exceed cahier size. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And this right here is just like a little pocket thing that I'll show you in a second. I'm currently working on, I have archived them all. It's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I started on June 19th, and I ended this one on June 15th. So the one I'm currently working on I'm almost done with it, and I'll show you that probably in another video. It's my Galen leather folio. But I wanted to take a moment and show you how I journal. So once I'm done with the journal, once I archive it, I try to remember to tie a little thingy around it just for the heck of it, because I think it's super cute, and also it keeps my children from from going visiting. I am so sorry about the glare. I actually am in the market for a proper light for my desk, my new desk. So here you go. This is the B6 Stalogy. And when I first got it, I just put one of these, don't look at that, one of those things, if found, return to. And for the first few months that I had this, I wasn't sure what to do with it. So this, and that was all I had done. And then I kind of went through another thing where I was journaling in a, what's one of the B6 Slim ideas from, I can't remember. Well, I took those pages out and just sort of stuck them in here for the date, and then I went. So this particular journal is primarily writing. You'll see a bits of stuff here and there, like in the beginning, literally just putting pen to page, writing. And sometimes I could write, 12, 15, 20 pages a day. Sometimes not so much. And then there were times that I wanted to write so badly, but I couldn't figure out what I wanted to write about, even though I do something called stream of conscious journaling. Like, I didn't want to put my book down. I wanted to continue writing, but I couldn't get my mind to think of when I wanted to write. When I started journaling, I was also at the beginnings of battling a very, very long and very severe case of depression. So I put those journal prompts in there, and honestly, I never used them. At this point, I started adding like stuff, ephemera, I guess is what ephemera into my journal. I had never really done that before, and basically, and I would take time to write down like quotes from different people that I wanted, that I really admired, and this is another journaling prompt thing, and more quotes, and then stuff, but I would also write prayers in here. But literally this first journal is just all primarily writing. There's like nothing really in here that's phenomenally exciting. When we went to this place called Big Stick Longbow Antique Mall in DeRidder, and oh my gosh, it was the most amazing place in the world, and they had so much stuff, and I want to go back. And what's that? Oh, things I want to do. Yeah, I really need to sell stuff. And then binge watch M. Night Shyamalan movies. Shyamalan. I know it's horrible, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I call him M. Night Shyamalan. because that's what my daughter said one time when we were watching, what were we watching? I don't remember what we were watching, but she said it and I thought it was cute. But so as you see, this was just a regular, run-of-the-mill, nothing fancy, nothing amazing journal. And so that was the first one that I did. And then we come to these. These are actually just some, you know, $3.50 journals that I found at Dollar General one day. And I looked at them and I was like, oh, wow. Well, I mean, that would kind of make, if I, you know, finish those quickly, that would give me that feeling of accomplishment, you know, because it took me quite a while to finish my Stalogy. So I grabbed these, and I wasn't really concerned about the type of paper or anything, so I just kind of went with it. And there was another book that I started writing in. Oh, this is the book that I'm writing in now. And so this was, again, a lot of writing. It's where you see I make a lot of stupid choices, and today was no exception. I really just kind of, everybody's all like, be kind to yourself. Well, I feel better sort of when I rip myself to pieces, because it gives me a way to, because basically I'm getting it out. And, yep. So the best place to rip yourself to pieces is, you know, in your, isn't that awesome? I randomly found Big League Chew, and I used to, like, adore this when I was younger. I would stuff as much as I could in my mouth, and I bought some for my daughters, and they of course loved it. And our little neighbor came up to the car when I was coming out, and she said, "What's that?" And I said, "Gum." And she said, "My mom doesn't buy me gum." And I said, "Oh, okay." And then she said, "I'd really like to have some of that gum." And I was like, oh God, what do I do? She's a little kid. So I gave her one. And later on I regretted it, because I bought that gum for me, you know. Anyway, so here was just another one of the, oh, this is a smushed buttercup that my daughter gave to me. You'll see flowers in a lot. That my girls will bring me flowers, and so I like to keep them and smush them in between wax paper. So that was the end of that one. Just like a little bit of washi, nothing crazy. And I finished this entire journal in 8 days. This is journal number 3, but it is the second of my crazy Dollar Tree journaling, and I finished this one in, I can't do math, maybe 3 weeks? Yeah. So in here, I put this, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I didn't do it. Hello, journal. And then this was where I kind of started to feel out things a little bit differently. Whenever I would put in a new color or a new pen, I would write it out, just because I wanted to. Oh, that's a really bad photo of me and my husband. My daughter got a Fuji Instant Max Polaroid thingy, and she was taking pictures of everybody and everything, and half of the time her pictures don't come out properly, so I am actually sending a very angry email to the people. I hope you don't mind, I'm just like throwing stuff around. This is another flower, and so there's like some washi tape and stickers going on in here. And then I was like, ooh, what would happen if I stamped in here? Because this is not good paper. Wasn't so bad, I just, you know, wrote over it. But it was fun to kind of play with the stamps and the different inks and stuff. And so all of this, everything that you see is all written with fountain pen. Oh, and I always like to put their little letters that they write me in my journals too. And yep, this was still another one. Uh-oh, look, I was getting kind of funky. Ooh, moving into new territory. Tipping. Yeah, and, you know, stuff like that. But still, mainly, it was predominantly writing. And this is number 4, which is the last of that little 3 notebook collection. And I like to name my notebooks too. Like, this is A Woman of Mystery, Madness, and Mountain Dew. This was Sense and Nonsense, Ravings and Lunacy. And this was Journal of a Mad Ginger. Yeah. And here we go. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I started writing a book. It's a fiction, and my main character's name, her full name is Tinkerbell. Everybody calls her Tink, and it's a real person. It's not like oh, it's a romanticized something really sweet, like there's elves and stuff. No, it's nothing like that. It's literally, that's her name. Her mom was like a hippie or something. Oh, and this is when I got something from Galen Leather, and that was the first time I tried their coffee, and I then became obsessed. I actually have an entire box of 25 of those little packages downstairs, and I have coffee almost every day. And I like using the Galen Leather's stickers as well in my journaling. And I know I'm flipping back, you know, kind of fast, but a lot of my journaling is really, really private. Like because I'm going through, I did this because I had really, really, really hit some depressing times. And in my first journal, I had a day where it was really bad, and I had to actually take my journal and write out. And you know what, a lot of people talk about journaling is, you know, you journal and we write all the fun stuff and whatever, but sometimes in your journal you have to write the bad stuff too. And when you're someone like me, I have bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, I have all the disorders. I started feeling really, really bad and hopeless and felt like I was a failure and that my family didn't need me. And so one day I was really, 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 really bad off, and I wanted literally to go walk in front of a truck. And don't be alarmed, I have bipolar disorder. It's pretty, you know, normal for us. I'm trying to find the page. I can't find it. Well, anyway, my journal pretty much saved my life because I ended up taking my journal and I decided to write down all the ways or all the things that I would miss if I took my life. And I was crying when I wrote it all. I was bawling, completely bawling. But sometimes, you know, when you live with mental illness, that's what happens. And obviously I got through it because my journal gets me through it. So this is something else that I was looking at for a while, things that make me happy, seeing other people use their notebooks. I love to sleep. Cozy hand knit socks, the smell of coffee, which by the way, I'm going to take a drink of my beautiful Turkish coffee. Sorry for the mouth noises. But just different things. I mean, and my handwriting is atrocious. So don't feel like you have to have beautiful, beautiful handwriting when you are writing in here. Somebody got me chocolates. What was it? I can't let you see. I don't know. Somebody got me chocolates and that made me very happy. Oh, and oh my gosh, do you guys know what high chews are? You can probably find them in like Asian and Korean stores, but they are the most amazing little chewy candies ever. I could eat all of them in the world. So next I moved on to moleskin. This is not my favorite thing to journal in, but it was on my shelf. I've had it. Actually, I found this moleskin and this thing right here at the Goodwill, and they like sort of packaged them up together, and it was 99 cents, and I couldn't pass that up. So this took me, what, 13 days to write through, Plotting Escape and Peril. Oh, I don't really care if any of you see my thing. Oh, this was really great. I bought this trinket box on Mercari, and it's beautiful. It's blue, and it has a photo or like an impression of the girl with the pearl earring on it, but when it arrived, it had broken. So, but I glued it back together. So as you can see, a lot of my journaling is completely different than a lot of other people's journaling, but I still consider it creative journaling because I just do, because I'm being creative and I'm journaling. Like a Sonic sticker, we went to Sonic that day, and of course using Galen Leather's Istanbul stickers and a thing. I mean, I love doing that. I actually really love. Oh, this is where my daughters wrote in there for me. Sometimes they write in my book too, and This is when I started to wonder if like inks and stuff would be okay in here. And it did. I mean, it kind of came through some, but I really didn't care. And then, so you can see I sort of kind of get a little bit more adventurous. Okay, dude, for real. This came from, can you see that? Bomb Kitchen. And I need that washi tape, and I don't know where it is. But I'm not buying anything on Bomb Kitchen anymore because I bought the $100 Superior Label Roll, and I ended up not liking it, so I sold it. But I need this tape, so if any of you know where it's from, oh, my brain hums with scraps of poetry and madness. Virginia Woolf. She's my idol. Well, not my idol. She's a writer like me, and she dealt with mental illness like me. So I really appreciate her work. Oh, that's when I was having a bad day, and I decided this is me in my head, and that's what it looks like coming out of my head. But you can see, like, sometimes I just all over there trying to get ink out of a pen, and sometimes there was just so much going on, but I didn't want to move to the next page yet, so I would just go all up in there. Oops. And more stamps, and there, I like that stamp a whole bunch. And then I drew this. A lot of the stuff, the drawings that I find, I take inspiration off of Pinterest, so don't feel like you have to be an amazing artist to draw something in your journal or whatever, because I can't draw things from my own brain. I have to see something to get inspired by it. See, like, this is crazy. I keep putting journal prompts in my journal and turning out I don't need them. And I drew this while we were on our way to New Orleans, and this was just, oops, book dart. And this is just things that I love. That's my Galen leather folio, my A5, don't look at those, my A5 Chic Sparrow, Mr. Bingley, my Malden, my Delphonics pouch, which is overflowing. Literally, I can't close it. And you know, and that's just something you can do in your journal too. I actually did this while the car was moving, so I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, and I also keep like little things from, I just had surgery recently, and craziness like that. And this is where I started putting in more collaging and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm nowhere near an awesome collager. Oh, and this of course came from Galen as well, so at that point I must have received something else from Galen, because I really like Galen and I like to order their stuff. Yeah, so we went to Dairy Queen that day, obviously before I had my surgery. Oh, and this is when I first got my very first waxes, and so I put the wax down and I used my seal. I have the Welsh dragon seal because I am Welsh. You know, it's so crazy. I went my whole life thinking my whole family telling me I was Irish, and then later on, because I don't know very much about my original father's history. Oh, I still have stuff in here too. But come to find out, my dad is not Irish. He is actually second generation Welsh. And we have Welsh in our family too, just nobody claimed it. And I did one of those DNA test things, and it said I was predominantly Welsh. So, you know, take that, Irish family. Let me check on my thing real quick. Are we still doing good? I think so. Okay, so this is my last little journal. This is the Exceed notebook from Walmart, which I will say, these notebooks are phenomenal. They are very high class. Their paper is just tremendous. I actually would begin stocking up on these journals rather than Leuchtturms. So there's again another Galen thing, and then I had one of these that day, and I don't know why I put it in here, but I did. So as you can see, again, the majority of my journaling is writing. I put this in here because everything with the pandemic going on, this picture really hit me very hard. I don't know if you can see it, but it's two nurses, and they're in a window and they're looking out to the family, and they're saying that he's at peace and we're so sorry. So people died in hospitals alone, buried in mass graves, and that was something that really spoke to me, so I wanted to put it in here. More writing. And then of course Virginia Woolf in here. I should like to tidy things up and disappear, and that's how I feel like 99.9% of the time. But, and there's a tip in, but I mean, I know I can't do that. I know that's just what depression and anxiety and bipolar disorder and all that good stuff do to you. These are some letters from my daughters, and this is another flower. And this is my granddaughter. You heard that right. I have a granddaughter. She is beautiful and amazing. Her name is Evelyn. They named her after me because my name's Claire Evelyn. They named her Evelyn Lula Massa, and she's a little over a year now. And then I started really keeping up with really the Black Lives Matter movement, and I printed this out on my sprocket. If you're neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. George Floyd. And I started writing down the names of different black women and black men who've been shot by cops, that have at least been in the news, so that I could, you know, learn who they were and write about them. I'm still working on this, so and there's of course Breonna Taylor. And I'm telling you, this Ahmaud Arbery, this made me, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. It made me sick to my stomach, and I literally wanted to puke, and I just wanted to punch people. I just pray to God. I pray to God that his family can find peace, and, you know, oh, just people, I can't even, I just don't have words. Anyway, I started to, but I will continue that to this page, and I also have a whole bunch of saved pages in my new journal that I'll be doing. And this was when I first started. I started watercoloring in here. But of course, I've been, you know, predominantly writing, and that was one that I kind of did. It's like a, what's it called when you do abstract? It's like a canyon and like a rock and things and a, you know, somewhere in Arizona. I was actually inspired by Adventure Denali when she was collaging her notebook. I thought, oh wow, but I don't know how to collage, and I'm not really an amazing painter, so I just kind of decided, oh, I'm gonna go abstract. But I really kind of like that, going in there back with my pen and kind of outlining that. This is my daughter Lilu. They found a bird, baby bird, out in our backyard, and she took care of it. And so this was a poem that I wrote. I don't know if it's appropriate for me to, I don't know if it's appropriate for me to share or not, or if it wouldn't be, but it was basically a poem about the situation at the moment with Black Lives Matter movement and the movements against them. And so I was very moved to write. So this is some more junk. My youngest daughter is 7, and this is what she wrote. She's would buy Eiley whatever she wanted with $100. So I put it in here because she's adorable. I drew that. And I started getting kind of, oh yeah, and remember the murder hornets? What happened to them? Where's the murder hornets now? I don't know, but I documented it. Yep. Ooh, and this is what I put about, oh, well, that's just one bad cop. Bullcrappy. One bad apple destroys the entire bunch. Yeah, that's a thing too. Oh, and then I was just like playing around in here. This is actually a little pocket that I made, but something fell out. I was just trying to use stuff up. And this is like another thing that my girls made. Lily's 14th birthday. Oh my God, you guys that know that song. It's by the Vitas. I love that song, and I decided I wanted to know what he was singing, and it's I came to this song. Chandra. Oh yeah, I came to this song a few times. I came to this song, and then Chandra Branda Bendrem. whoa, whoa. And then it says, I came to this song from the world of dreams. I came to this song from crystal tears. I came to this song from love. And so I had to put a picture of him in here. I want to make that into a meme. That's like the funniest. I just, yeah, it's just something that makes me giggle. So I started watercoloring and things, and then put this in here because social distancing, which I was social distancing before it was cool, just gonna say. Ooh, there's some more Turkish coffee. Oh God, does anybody else know when Elon Musk came out with that song? Did you hear it? He goes, don't doubt your vibe because it's true. Don't doubt your vibe because it's you. And then it's a lot of techno music and stuff. That's it. I wonder if Elon actually sang that, but that's that song by Elon Musk. Yeah. This is some more stuff. I started a kind of collage here a little bit. But I decided, I don't like that. And yeah, even putting, oh my God, I have to tell you. So I had surgery on this day, June 4th. I'm not really ready to tell you on what I had for surgery though. So I had surgery immediately after surgery. I had a Twix bar. I had it hidden in my bag. Oh, I painted this for a friend of mine. She asked me to paint a gorgeous, large, colorful Afro woman. And I tried really hard. Like I said, I am not a watercolor painter. I'm not very good. I'm trying to get better. But she asked me to paint this for her, so I did. I was still in the hospital. And this is a door. Yeah. Oh, and this is a little thing that the people, or that I guess it was a Christian hospital I went to, so the lady came in and prayed with me before my surgery. And so I put that in there. That's a cat saying hello. But as you can see, the majority of and that's a fried egg, because food. Yeah, my daughter and I, Emmy, we made donuts because we can't have them anymore. But as you can see, the majority of my journaling is still, oh, I was going to put something there. I don't know what. Looky, that's my husband and me. We're so cute. But the majority of my journaling is still just journaling. It's still just putting pen to paper. I consider it creative. Some days I don't want to do it and I just paint a picture like this. I like that. Ooh, we're coming up on one. I did that too. I just saw something on Pinterest and decided I want to put it in there. And this was my first kind of landscape that I painted. I didn't know what I was doing. And this, my pièce de résistance. That's my hobble hole door. I'm gonna live in a hobble hole one day. And I'm so proud of myself that I painted that. Yeah, I did that. And so this is just some more stuff. Just stupid putting watercolors down. I decided I was going to participate in NaNoWriMo NaNoWriMo soon, and or when it comes. And so, sorry, I'm looking to make sure because I don't want to show some things. Okay, and so that's the end of what I can show you from that journal. And this little teeny tiny thing right here, I've had this for a long time, and normally what it is it's just, I had it kind of separated into acting related notes, journal notes, scripture minors, random, and so basically it was everything else that didn't that didn't have a specific spot in any of my journals. Like one thing that I wrote down in here was, where'd it go? Like the plastics by the numbers for our recycling center. Oh my God, wow, okay, my blood sugar is spiking right now. I'm sweating all over the place and my hands are getting sweaty and I'm getting nauseated. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up. But this is plastics by the numbers, and I wrote out what they are and what we can actually recycle here. And then these are just patterns that I made for something. But you see, it's just very, and I haven't finished it all yet. And you know, it'll take, oh, Ileana, my daughter, Oh, what? Another one? Pineapple. Oh, yeah. And then I was like some vintage or some fountain pens that I wanted to buy that I already got all of them. But anyway, ooh, see that? That's sweat. Ugh, I'm about to get nauseated. Already nauseated. But anyway, this is what my 1 year of journaling looks like. And yours doesn't have to look like mine. Yours can look completely different. You could have like way more collaging and pictures and art in your journal. You don't have to, I should put that right there. You don't have to primarily write. I mean, that's the great thing about having a journal, is that it can be anything you want it to be. So on that note, and